is Clay Foley. I'm going to play host this evening to this little shindig of ours. Drove all the way here from Champaign, Illinois. And by round of applause, how many of you have been here, or how many of you have attended a live comedy event before? A round of applause. Woo! I should mention Nebraska Cornhusker football games do not count. Yes! It's good to be on the winning side again. Truth be told, in previous years, the Illini were the punchline in that joke, but it's good to be winning again, and we can all celebrate that tonight. It's Saturday night, our kids aren't here, the Illini won, and we're ready to watch some stand-up comedy. So, really quickly before we begin tonight, we have a very fast-paced show tonight. A couple terrific traveling comics going to hit the stage tonight. A couple quick things. If you have a smartphone on you, turn that to silent or vibrate so it doesn't ring out during the show. Also, please keep the table talk to a minimum. We don't want to cause any kind of distraction for the comics tonight. But we do welcome you. You guys know where the restrooms are in the other room. If you need to use the restroom during the show, don't be afraid to get up and go use the restroom. I recently performed at a place, and I found out that in the front row, they didn't want to cause a scene by getting up to use the restroom during the show. And I said, you know what, ma'am? I said, we'd probably rather you get up to use the restroom, because probably more of a scene would be you pissing your pants here in the front row. So don't be afraid to go use the restroom. If you want to make a drink order, we welcome you to get up during the show and go to the bar and get yourself a drink. Order some food. I think the kitchen's still going. So we've got some wonderful comics for you tonight. We're going to end the night tonight with the great headliner, BT. I think he's in the other room. Let's give him a round of applause. BT. Very excited about that. Very excited. I, in general, am just very excited because I performed at a lot of different places. And you guys have given me a warm welcome already. 2 weeks ago tonight, I was at a biker bar outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I was touring with a comic who is a wild man. He's got tattoo sleeves, heavy drinker, heavy smoker. The bikers loved him. I'm a non-drinking, non-smoking vegan from Illinois. I don't know if you can tell by the looks of me, but the Tulsa Hells Angels aren't exactly my key demographic, okay? Really more of a Concord, New Hampshire artisanal baking club kind of comedian. Less chains, more grains, really. Less stolen guns, more swollen buns. I'm still writing this bit, but you get what I'm saying. But I worked my tail off that night, I really did. And I must have impressed him, so I was talking with one of the bikers after the show, and he said, Clay, I gotta tell you, man, you are the funniest female comedian I've ever seen in my life. Eat your heart out, Paul Poundstone. Oh man, those guys were so cool, they treated me like their own daughter. They really did. And they even gave me a nickname. You know how bikers will give each other nicknames? They nicknamed me Tank. They nicknamed me Tank, and I was like, is that because I look so tough? And they're like, no, it's because you look slow, and it looks like you're going to comfortably accommodate 4 men at once. Which I think is pretty tough, really. I'm just glad they didn't call me school bus. And that night, the comic and I, you stay in a lot of pretty crummy motels when you're out on the road. We were at a Motel 6, and normally what I like to do is check in, immediately go to the room, open up my laptop, and log on to their Wi-Fi. Well, I couldn't find Motel 6 Wi-Fi. And so I called the front desk. I said, how do I log on to your Wi-Fi? And she said, what side of the motel are you on, east or west? I said, what is that? And she said, well, east side of the motel, just log on to Arby's Wi-Fi. I said, west side of the motel, log on to Hooters Wi-Fi. Either case, password is, we have the meats. All caps. I was taking photos of the room, like the bullet holes in the wall and the stains on the sheets. Because I find it funny, you know. And I was texting the photos back home to my wife, and she texted me. She said, "I am so relieved." So, what do you mean you're so relieved? She said, "No woman would dare spend the night in that motel room." I did get married in the past year. It's my second marriage for me. And the first marriage was 15 years, ended in divorce. Anyone here been through a divorce?
A couple of times.
A couple of times. Some more than others. Crane on a curve here. Yeah. Statistically speaking, it's going to happen to half of us to get married, right? And in my case, we've been married 15 years. We fought all the time. We fought like cats and dogs. I mean, she'd swat, I'd piss a little around the room. And so after, I was 42 at the time, we got divorced, and immediately I moved in with my parents. And admittedly, that is a tough pill to swallow. A 42-year-old grown son moving in with his parents, that's an idea that took some getting used to by all parties. I had to get used to the idea, my parents had to get used to the idea. Probably the nursing home staff took the most convincing, I would say. They definitely did. They tried telling me that non-residents aren't allowed to spend the night in the nursing home. I was like, look, as soon as we're done putting together this puzzle, all my buddies are leaving, okay? My crew, don't worry about it, okay? They got families to go home to. If I'm not mistaken, come 8 p.m., I got mints in a Jell-O cup coming my way, so. I moved home, and then my childhood home where I grew up, and it was a sweet deal, too. Free room and board. In return, I couldn't tell the state of Illinois that Dad's driving again, so. I had to turn a blind eye to Dad's blind eyes, is what I'm saying. No, you can see shapes. You can see shapes. And I'm always very careful when I tell those jokes to let you know I'm just joking. My dad is a very responsible driver, 10 and 2 at all times, doesn't text or anything like that. For the record, it was low blood sugar that plowed his Buick into the Oktoberfest celebration. It really was. Guys, we can laugh. No one died. It's okay. It's so weird because my grandfather fought in World War II. God bless him. But it's a tie between he and my dad as to who's injured more Germans. So. Thank you for laughing at that joke. I'm glad. Thank you for laughing. You know who didn't laugh at that joke? The jury. Terrible audience, really. You know, in all my days of performing stand-up comedy, I've been called unfunny, I've been called boring. That's the first time I've ever been called in contempt of court, and I didn't appreciate it, guys. So I lived with my parents just a few months, but I learned a lot about them, and I don't have children of my own, but some of you can attest to this. It doesn't matter how old your kids get, no matter how old they get, you're always going to want to parent them, right? And help guide them, and make sure they do okay. One of the first mornings that I lived with my folks as an adult, I was leaving the house and my mom said to me, she said, "Sweetie, do you need lunch money?" She asked me if I needed lunch money as if she'd completely forgotten that I'm a grown man, perfectly capable of buying my lunch using my allowance. Like, come on. And I tell a lot of jokes about living with my parents because it was such a weird time in my life. But I'm also keenly aware that as weird as it was for me, it was just as weird for them, right? I mean, I guarantee you if my mom were here tonight, she could take this microphone and she could tell a pretty funny yet awkward story about the time she walked in on her grown son manscaping. Yeah. Are you familiar with manscaping? Yes. It's the year 2022. She walked in on me manscaping. I don't know the exact details she would include in that little story of hers. I guarantee you it begins with me forgetting to lock the bathroom door, and it ends with her buying me my own razor. Yeah. There's some things I won't spend my allowance on, guys. Toiletries. Per the agreement. So I mentioned getting married in the past year. In fact, we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, and that's going great. That is going great. After I got my divorce, thank you, I heard a little bit of applause over there. Thank you very much for that. After I went through that divorce, I didn't really want to date. I wasn't looking to play the field, but my friends were like, "Oh, you're 42, you're still relatively young, you got to play the field, and then you got to start dating." And I didn't know what I was looking for. You know, I'm not I'll tell you what I'm not. One of those stereotypical guys in his 40s gets a divorce and then he dates some young supermodel, right? That's not me. Like, a regular model is just fine with me. Blue collar model. But I don't go to bars or anything like that. But one day, an old friend of mine popped into my head, and I decided to contact her. And I texted her, and I'll never forget what I said. I texted her. I said, "Amy, I don't know if you're currently in a relationship, but if you're not, there are some things I'd really like to tell you about how I feel about you." And I'll never forget, word for word, she replied like right away. And she said, "Clay, I am currently in a relationship, but for the record," she said, if I weren't in a relationship, I'd very much like to hear what it is you have to say. Are you guys reading between the lines? She said, if I weren't in a relationship, I mean, she might as well have said, look, he works first shift and lives alone, go to Home Depot, buy a shovel, rubber gloves, and 2 bags of lime. Text me when it's time to grieve, right? Did I read it wrong? But I stuck with it, and to be honest, I didn't kill the guy. What I did was I started seeing her behind his back. And I'm not proud to say that, despite the fact that I say it every time I get on stage. I'm not proud to say that. But we started seeing each other, and I'd go over to her house and we'd hang out a little bit. Nothing too serious, but we'd hang out. And one night, the topic of the boyfriend came up. And believe me, when you're courting a woman, that's not the topic you want to come up. But when you're wearing the guy's pajamas, I mean, it's bound to happen. So. And I asked her what he does. She said, his name's Sean. And I asked her what he does. She said, what does Sean even do? She said, I thought you knew he's a sheriff's deputy. I swear to God, he's a sheriff's deputy. And she read my face. She was like, you look shocked. I said, yes, I'm shocked. When we started this love affair, that's not the role I envisioned for Handcuffs, I assure you. And then she was like, do we need to end this? Is this too much for you? Now, honestly, I was a little bit aroused by the prospect of being featured simultaneously on both Cops and Cheaters. That'd be pretty sweet. So I stuck with it, and well, you know how it goes. Eventually she dumped him, married me, and so I'm a stand-up comedian who a beautiful woman dumped a police officer for. Guys, that makes me a hero among stand-up comedians everywhere, okay? Yeah, thank you. And it makes me a god among the defund the police crowd, let me tell you. Defund the police? No, I say cock block the police. Guys, who's with me on this? Thank you. Hit it where it hurts. Don't get me wrong, blue lives matter. Blue balls also matter. And thanks for going there with me on that. No, it's all good, because you know I made an honest woman over. And last I heard, Sean had moved on. At least that's what he told me last time he pulled me over. So it's all water under the bridge. Amy and I have no children. 2 marriages, I've produced no kids. And honestly, I'm fine with that. But who I feel the worst for is my mother, because she has no grandkids. And whenever she gets together with all of her friends, all they talk about is being grandmothers. And I told my mom, like, I'm so sorry you can't participate in that conversation. She's like, it's okay, Clay, all your dogs and your cats are my grandchildren. Very sweet. But seriously, sometimes I wonder how many times Elaine Foley can tell the women in her quilting club that yet another of her grandchildren was taken by coyotes. I think there's bound to be questions. I've met those women, very sweet, but they'll turn on you when you tell them that multiple offspring have been predator mauled. They really will. They already think I'm an unfit parent for naming my youngest son Mr. Whiskerpuss. I gotta believe they're not gonna like the news that I planned a backyard burial for him. I think that's... Amy and I are doing well. She's far out of my league. She's really out of my league. We're both animal lovers. Anybody animal lovers here?
Yes.
Anybody animal lovers? Anybody animal lovers as well? We all got dogs, cats. We love those. I volunteer. I used to be an animal cruelty investigator in the state of Illinois for 10 years, and before I became a comic. And I do a lot of volunteering. Recently, I drove a van load of homeless cats from Indiana to Colorado. Yeah. And I know what that sounds like. Sounds like driving homeless cats from Indiana to Colorado is code for I deliver drugs to Colorado. I realize that, guys. I told my mom I was delivering homeless cats to Colorado. She was like, oh, sweetie, no. I said, Mom, no, there were homeless cats. She was like, oh, sure, Clay, sure. She said, what are these homeless cats' names? Mary Jane? I was like, no. Herb? No, Mom, that's ridiculous. Maui Wowie? How do you know Maui Wowie is? Is that a thing? I don't know what Maui Wowie is. It's like, it's okay, Clay, just, I want you to be careful, okay? Don't go into Texas or Arizona. They have big problems with people smuggling homeless cats over those southern borders. It's like, Mom, stop. She's like, some of those people, they'll come across that border, homeless cats taped to their bodies. Some will shove homeless cats up their keisters. Are we talking about drugs still? I hope so. No, we're talking about homeless cats, legitimate homeless cats, although if drugs are your thing, let me tell you, out in my car I have a half kilo of vagabond puppies, okay? And just see me after the show. No, people wonder why I delivered homeless cats to Colorado really quickly. Some parts of the country during certain parts of the year, they have a shortage. They've done such a bang-up job of spaying and neutering their pets and finding homeless cats homes that we pull from overcrowded shelters here in the Midwest and drive them over there. And as it turns out, people aren't the only ones fleeing Illinois for better lives. It's interesting.
Send that to JV.
So my wife, I wish she were here tonight. She's so far out of my league. When we first started dating, well, she's a professor at the University of Illinois. Big, beautiful home, well-paying career. By contrast, when we started dating, I was a stand-up comedian whose financial dream was someday affording to flush every time. Just like Bill Gates does, I've heard it, you know? And when we go out on dates, this will sound sexist, but I would insist on paying even though I had no money in a relationship. We'd go out to dinner, check would come, I'd slap down my debit card. Amy, I insist on paying, okay? Please, let me pay. We'd go to a movie, again, I'd kind of nudge her out of the way and slap down my debit card. Like, Amy, seriously, I can afford it, okay? Let me pay, please. And eventually Amy was like, Clay, this is crazy, okay? You have to let me pay for things. I was like, fine. Pay the overdraft fees for the dinner and the movie. Okay. I said, we'll call it even. I said, you want popcorn? It's on me, though. Let's do this. All right. Everybody, you all ready to get on with this comedy show and see the next comic come to the stage? Y'all ready? Oh, yes, I am. All right, we got some energy going. The next comic I'm going to see, this guy travels all over the nation, featuring and headlining. He's next week he's going to be on the Bob and Tom radio program on Tuesday morning. He's coming here from Indianapolis, Indiana. So welcome to the stage, DJ Dangler.
He's the beefiest vegan I've ever seen in my entire life. But like my vegan standards, he's like Andre the Giant, right? Like, he's like 7 vegans. That's a huge fucking vegan. This is a good-looking crowd. How's it going, Madoon? Yeah, this is a good-looking crowd. There's not a whole lot of you, but everybody in here is super fuckable. Yeah. This is a good-looking. That's what I said. I was like, I don't care if it's packed, but make sure they're sexy. Good work. I hate telling jokes for uggos. Which is judging, because I am not a handsome man. No. I'm not a good-looking dude. One time I was feeling cocky. I was feeling confident. So I walk into the place where I get my hair cut, right? Feel good. I make eye contact with the lady. I said, hey, make me look sexy. And she just started drinking. That's not helpful or professional. It's fucking middle of the day, lady. You should get your life together. But this is a good-looking crowd. I need a little older than I'm normally into, but let's fucking get weird a little bit. Yeah. They said it was gonna get into the 60s this weekend. Let's find out. It's my dick in that scenario. You're kidding. That's what we're doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this is fun, and you guys are great. But I have told jokes in some fucking creepy places this month, and this isn't one of them. Yeah, this was fucking nothing but empty cornfields all the way here today. Everybody on the news always talks about how Chicago is so scary. They don't fucking talk about how the rest of Illinois is just a haunted cornfield. It's fucking spooky. It is, man. It's super spooky. And now we're here. I should address this right away. Right out the gate. You guys heard Clay correctly. My name is DJ Dangler. Yeah, like a wiener. I know. Yeah. That's my real name. Like, I'll show you my license later if you're laying out lines. Not a big crowd. I can see who fucking got that joke. It is my real name. Like, that's my real. Like, you would be bored and it would be rude if you didn't laugh, right? Like, not for nothing. You realize you have a ridiculous name when Facebook won't let you have. actual name. I come from a great big family too. There's a lot of us. It's a huge family. I shouldn't pretend that like I'm that intimidating. I grew up in a place a lot like the Flair. Like, would you guys consider this a rural community? Is that like how you? Like, I grew up. So when I was in high school, I made a lot of money running illegal horse semen across state lines. Like, that's not a country, like that's not a Flex City Mouse gets to make, right? I was a cum runner. That's a weird introduction to the business economy. No. I do come from a great big family, enormous. So, anybody else great big family? Like huge? Like when people know how many cousins they have, like that's adorable. I don't know. Fucking idea how many cousins. No, to give you guys some idea of how big my family is. This is totally true. A couple of years ago, but in the same year, I had 2 Uncle Larrys die. Here's the thing. I still have 2 more Uncle Larrys. That's a big fucking family when you can lose 2 Uncle Larrys, still have your favorite Uncle Larry, and a backup Larry. Big one. I'm the youngest in my immediate family. Youngest of 6 kids. Anybody else got like that kind of, anybody else just the youngest? That's a weird position. Like being the youngest, especially with the big family. Like with 6, because like, it means my dad's been old my whole life. Does that make sense? Like people like, yeah. And I'll tell you, I think I've learned something. We have parents, round of applause, whose parents? Parents, yeah. I think we put pressure on men in the wrong spot. Like everybody always wants to say like, my dad's a great man. My dad was a great man. And I think that's a fucking mistake. I think we ought to just focus on being a good dad. Like, I think that's enough. I think that's a hard enough job. Okay, here's my example, right? On why that. Okay, my dad never hit me growing up, but he's fucking swung on me 3 times as an adult. Like, my dad would never hit a little kid, but he'll be goddamned if a grown-up's gonna disagree with him in public about what type of music is or is not appropriate at an Applebee's. Like, he's not a great man. He's a great dad, real good dad. I know shitty dude. I love my dad. He gets around great. He's 83 years old. That's like old man. Yeah, way to go, old man. I love him. God bless him. My dad just had his 4th full knee replacement. 4th full knee, which isn't that big of a deal. He's a centaur. That was a mythology joke. Yeah, well, we gathered. I know who got it. It wasn't in the middle. Besides, hey, if we've got a test later, fucking copy off that corner. Oh, Clay was talking about driving around. I was just driving around. I was just on a big long road trip, my first one. Really since like lockdown. I haven't had to travel real far. I went on my first, I was just in North Dakota. Anybody here ever been to North Dakota? Really? It's a fucking weird place. Agreed? Like, it's a lot of cocaine in North Dakota. See, yeah. A lot of it. Yeah. Less now, still. When I got there, huge amount. I did a line so long, I swear there was a roller coaster at the end of it. That's a lot. It was weird. What were you doing in North Dakota? Were you from there or just passing through? Yeah, somebody said they were in North Dakota, were you just lying to be cool? Just fucking, I just wanted to be cool, flex my North Dakota. It's a weird place, I wasn't ready for it. I saw a Confederate flag in North Dakota. I was like, how fucking far do you hillbillies think the South will rise again? That's the whole way. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna make it. That's not even the South Dakota. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, you got that one? That one you said? I won't throw much geography. We're all still Americans. Yeah. I was in North Dakota. That's cool. This is true. I found this out in North Dakota. Parts of it, not all of it, but most of it. The speed limit, 85 miles an hour. 85, that's just so fast. 85 is so funny. You're like, I drive that fast, but yeah, what do you do when you're fucking supposed to? So fast, 85, they're just like, hey, you're high on coke, you can drive all night. Listen the fuck out of North Dakota. It was weird. It's crazy, driving at 85, like, you know, it's like the roadkill situation is totally different. At 85 miles an hour, like, you don't even see the corpses on the side of the road. Just like you're driving, just the highway changes color for a second and you feel bad. Like, what was that? Oh, it's not like, yeah, Jesus, Illinois, your highways look like crime scenes. And you don't give a fuck about it. It's like deer over mob money, and you're all just looking the other way. You guys are hard. You guys will run over a family of ducks and not look back. Well, fuck you guys. You guys can fly and swim. Stay off the road, jackass. I'm telling you how to be an animal. I can't deal with that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care if I sound like I get sad when I see roadkill. I get bummed out, and I'm an animal lover too. I get bummed. Yeah, if I see shit, I get sad. Unless it's a possum.
They eat mosquitoes.
Then I just get suspicious. That little fucker's Satan. I'm on to you, possum. I think you meant ticks, but you're right. They're fucking not nuisance animals. Like, God bless the possum. Because cool, I was in North Dakota, and then I went through Minnesota, and that's cool. Next week I'm excited. Next week I'm going into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and hosting a comedy club. Anybody here ever been to the Upper Peninsula? Yeah, that's a fucking misleading name. The Upper Peninsula. They ought to call it like Super North Kentucky. It's a fucking weird place, man. The Upper Peninsula. It's a weird. I saw a cop on a riding mower. I don't care what he's doing, it's weird. I've got a question. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. We've got an ad where I'm from. It's for a lawyer. I think he's around. He mostly does like when people get hit by semis. He calls himself the Hammer, but he's spelled just like an anvil. Have you seen it? Like, have you seen it? Is that where he's like, I'm the Hammer? I'm like, that's not how nicknames work, fat kid. You can't just say I'm the Hammer. All right, my name's Big Dick Rockenstuff. Fucking do that, you know? But anyway, here's the commercial that we see. I'm from Indianapolis. It's not like I'm anywhere cool, right? Or it's not like I'm from Kentucky. I'm 2 hours north. But he looks right at the screen. Right? He looks right at the screen. He's real intense, and he goes, "We're gonna show them Kentucky justice." And then he fucking does not explain what that term means. He just says Kentucky justice, like we all understand. What, to me, Kentucky justice sounds like when one of your cousins accidentally electrocutes themselves stealing copper wires out your house. We're gonna show them Kentucky justice. I'm like, that's just meth head karma. It's not a real thing. You can't trademark that. Clay was right though about being on the road and being creepy. Cause it can be, holy shit, man. So when I was in North, one of the hotel rooms that I stayed in was so creepy. The Wi-Fi password was just Candyman 3 times. It's not okay. It's not alright. I was in North Dakota for I was at a rodeo. And like, that's my favorite. Telling jokes at like cool locations and shit. Like, that's anybody here ever been to a rodeo? Fuck yeah, you guys look like rodeo folk. Yeah, very much. I'm gonna guess about half of this room lost their virginity at a 4-H fair. Oh, no judgment. No judgment. You guys look like you got ribbons. I just know where you were. I was at a rodeo, so this is true. So you guys might already know it tickled me. It fucking baffled me. But those of you that haven't been, I just thought, because it was my first rodeo. Like, nobody ever fucking talks about that one. Everybody's always just like, this is my first rodeo. I was like, no, this is my first fucking rodeo. You guys should show me some shit. I don't know what I'm getting into. This is fucking objectively very weird. But I learned this, and it's true. In rodeo, there is a rule, right? That you have to either wear a helmet or a cowboy hat. That's the rule. You have to, which means you have to either be safe or look awesome. And that was their rule. Like, they wrote it down. Like, they had a meeting and like fucking somebody had to type that up, you know? Like, I mean, you gotta wear a helmet, you know, like keep your brains in your head because you're on the bullet. That's dangerous. Unless, of course, you're already wearing a cowboy hat. Think about how big that helmet would have to be. It's like ridiculous. It's looking like a bobblehead. But we can all agree, like, bull riders shouldn't give anybody advice about anything other than riding bulls. But like, I imagine a scenario where maybe the bull rider has to be. Maybe I'm there 3 or 4 years from now. I'm my 4th or 5th rodeo, right? I'm hanging out after the show. One of the bull riders comes up to the bar, starts talking, and he's like, DJ, I don't like that girl you're talking to. That girl you're talking to, she's kind of a slut. Yeah, no, I get it. That's why I'm talking to her. I know what I'm doing. But my bull riding buddy cares, and he's like, no, DJ, I don't think you do. I don't think that girl you're talking to, she's like the village bicycle. But you know what? That might be the case. Sure, whatever. Still beats the hell out of walking. He's like, no, DJ, I don't think that girl, if you get lucky tonight, right? You gotta promise your old boy, you gotta promise me you're gonna be safe. You gotta promise me you're gonna be careful. You get lucky tonight, you gotta promise me you're gonna wear a condom. Or a mustache. Hell yeah. That's terrible advice. You're not allowed to do that. I do like telling jokes at cool places though, man. I told jokes at a comic book convention earlier this year. You guys look less like that crowd. Comic-Con was awesome. I fucking loved it. It was super. The radio show that I worked for, right? The radio show, they let me like take over their Instagram when I was at Comic-Con. So I got to take all sorts of dorky pictures and shit. Like I took a picture of the littlest guy dressed up like the Incredible Hulk. So it was like the least credible Hulk. Just doing dorky shit. We took a TikTok of 3 girls dressed up like 11 from Stranger Things, singing a song by the band 311. There's so much. We did this. It was super fun. The last day we were there, we did like a mashup costume. Right? Like we dressed up. Like we had like whatever. We had time. It's like we took 2 ideas and sandwiched them together. Right? So there were like 7 comedians, and we dressed up, and we all went as the Westeros Baptist Church. In Westeros, like Game of Thrones. But then like the Westeros, like those assholes that protest funerals and shit. Those guys that make the meme. So we just made like a bunch of hateful protest signs that just said shit like, keep the White Walkers white, God hates stags. Just hateful for no reason. Just picking fights with nerds. Dumbledore deserved it. Put hands on your robots. Just mad at the world. Just like it was great. If we saw people dating outside of their universe, we just lost our shit on. Like if we saw like a Marvel girl dating like a DC guy, or what the fuck is wrong with you, sinner? You need to stick to your own kind and get your life right. You need to read your good books. The Lord made Lois and Clark, not Lois and Stark. That's it. Pretty good comic book joke. Fucking some of you guys are fucking faking. Some of you guys are scared of the cool kids in the middle stealing your lunch money. I do like telling jokes at cool places, man. I told jokes at a weed rally earlier this year. I told jokes at a big marijuana convention. That was better than this. You guys are fine. That was way better. You guys have reasonable weed laws here, right? You guys aren't all trying to fucking save America or whatever. I like it, man. It was awesome working that weed rally. Because they paid me, but they sent me home with like a weed cake. And it was incredible. And they sent me home like this giant weed cake. It was delicious and just fucking full of weed. Right? So I got home and I split it with my girlfriend. And like, my girlfriend is really like, she's a tiny little in-shape chick. Right? That kind of sounds like a lie, but I mean it. I'm as surprised as anybody. I don't know what it is. I need that. Like, I don't like to talk about it. It's a dorky thing. I've got a beautiful. My girlfriend is so out of my league. My girlfriend is so good looking that like when the two of us go jogging together, it kind of just looks like I'm chasing her. Like people get visibly concerned. Like they are not happy about it. They're like, this is not what should we call the cops? This isn't. Then they see me doubled over sucking wind and they're like, oh, that pudgy rapist doesn't stand a chance. She's walking and gaining on it. You might have to call an ambulance for fat Ted Bundy. She's gonna make it. I mean, I hate jogging. Like, she can guilt me, I just hate it. I wish I was in better shape, and I don't want to fucking do anything about it. And I don't mean exercise. I mean just like jogging, just running I can't do. Running was only ever punishment for fucking up in a real sport. Does that make sense? I fucking hate run. The last time I tried to just run by myself for no reason, the last time I was like, I'm gonna go running. I swear to God, I heard a voice inside my head scream at the rest of my body. You know what I mean? Like the last time I tried to just go running, I heard a voice inside my head was like, what the fuck are you running from, fat boy? Why don't you just turn around and fight it? Does that make like the voice was like, is it a bear? You're never gonna get away, fat kid. Fucking fight that bear. Make a hammer. You're a smart monkey, not a fast monkey. Figure shit out. I hate running so much. I don't even have like a fight or flight response. I just have a fight or fuck it, it earned it response. No, my girlfriend's so good. She's so good looking it like causes questions, you know? But I was talking about bringing home that weed cake. Like I said, because like when you eat marijuana, right? Like your body metabolizes it differently, and typically bigger people need more. Right? I didn't know that. So I take this weed cake home and I split it with my girlfriend. And like I said, she's tiny. So we're sitting there, and like an hour later, I'm pretty hot. Like I'm like, ooh, yeah, like Adult Swim is making perfect fucking sense. I'm pretty hot. So I lean over to tell her how high I am, but she leans over to tell me that the soda pop is too loud. She then pees her pants a little bit and spends the rest of the night terrified that one of our neighbors is going to call the cops on the soda pop. So you don't have to worry, we don't live in a neighborhood that nice. We're going to be fine. Yeah. The rally was cool though. It was cool. It wasn't what I expected. Seriously, I mean that. Like, I thought it was going to be a bunch of hippies or dudes like me. No, it was a bunch of like marijuana grandmas. It was like the nicest group. And everybody should have a marijuana man. Those are like the two nicest groups of people you could ever imagine to get. They were just this, hey there, don't fill up on joints, DJ. Hannah made a big fat bomb. All right, man. That's great. They had weed you could drink. You ever had that? Like they had pot potables and marijuana. I had marijuana coffee. I drink pot coffee, yeah, which is perfect for like when you need to not get shit done in a hurry. Hey DJ, what are you doing today? Fucking nothing. I realized this when I was at that rally. I know this is silly. I realized that like I had spent so much of my lifetime pretending I'm not high that I can no longer react to anything. Does that make sense? Like a fucking armed gunman kicked in the doors right now, like fucking hit the deck. I would just be like, ooh. These guys can totally tell I'm high. I spent so much time trying to not lose my shit. I no longer have any shit. The weed place, the big weed rally, I was talking about, they had like marijuana lotions and stuff. We ever had the weed topicals and weed ointments? That was fucking, like normally, I am not a fan of topical humor. But I just tried that marijuana lotion and now my dick wants a sandwich. That joke never does like as well as I want it to. But the single line, now my dick wants a sandwich, is the fucking funniest thing I've ever said out loud. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. Like if somebody just walked in right now, just somebody just came in and had no idea what this was, and just heard the single line, and now my dick wants a sandwich. They'd be like, I don't know, I'm gonna fucking stick around with this poet stuff. I have no idea if there's a cover, but all I ever wanted is spoken word writers. That's what I'm doing. I love driving around and telling jokes though, man. I fucking love it. It's cool. It's a weird time though, I realize it. Like it's a weird time in America. We can all acknowledge that, right? We all fucking live here. People are mad. I don't get it, man. I don't know. It's weird. All my peers are so mad. Fucking 40-year-old white dudes are so pissed off. Just everything, man. I don't know. I'm not. My friends are mad at participation trophies. And I think that's funny. Like they're so pissed off, like the real problem today is fucking 9-year-olds don't care enough about baseball. I think it's weird. I think it's weird that these same guys, they get super pissed off about participation trophies. But meanwhile, we have to have like 80 different weight classes in boxing so every size boy can feel the toughest. Like, isn't that a dumb thing that we just do? And like, we're just okay. He's the toughest 125 pound. What the fuck do I care? Like, does he have to fight a big dog? Why do we care about the toughest little dude? Like, why don't we do the opposite? Why don't we find out who the fastest big fucking fat guy is? Wouldn't that be fun as hell? Get a bunch of 400-pounders to run the hurdles? Yeah. All just a bunch of NFL linemen and Samoans who are still fast, even though they're fat as fuck. And watch. Like I'm saying, I don't know. This just happened to me. I was driving around recently. It wasn't anywhere cool. I'm just driving around. I saw a vanity plate, and the vanity plate read ELVS LVS. It's like I was confused, and I sped up, and I looked at the lady who was driving, and now I'm like 90% sure that she was just a big Elvis fan, and the license plate said Elvis lives. But for like 90 seconds there, I was so concerned about elf slaves. I didn't know what to do with it. Fucking something was gonna get done. I didn't know who was in charge, but I was gonna step up. And that's not fair, because I don't want to be in charge, but sometimes I just get mad that nobody is. Does that make sense? Some shit's just wrong. Shit's objectively wrong, and nobody fixes it. Like, okay, I don't know where to send the letter, but I've written it out. It's fucking strongly worded. I wanna, who's the idiot? Who's the asshole that named the entire video game series Mario Kart instead of Mario Speedwagon like it ought to be? Dumb people. I am super pissed off that Kinko's isn't a sexier company. It's called Kinko's. You should walk into Kinko's and they should be like, hey, you want 800 pictures of your wife doing something kind of gross? How's your work? Man, I'm trying to not be an angry man. Because I turned 40 over lockdown. I'm like, that was a weird time. Like, the whole world shut down. I realized, like, I've reached the age where if I die, it's not sad. Like, does that make sense? Like, if you guys just got online tomorrow and you read like 40-year-old white guy dies, you'd be like, fucking good. Sweet, we have enough. You know, awesome. Did he have a family? No, good. I'm glad he was lonely. I'm not mad about it. It's just a fucking weird pill to swallow. Especially when it might come from a handful of pills I swallow. It's not a suicide joke. It's all Adderall and Viagra. It's going to be a beautiful, tragic mishap. Now, I haven't tried to be nicer. That's a real thing. Like, I want to be. I want to be a friendlier man. I think it's important. I want to be a nicer human. But like, it's not in my makeup. I want to be nice. I do, but it's not who I am. I wasn't raised that. The other day, I told a fat guy wearing camouflage that he was asking too much out of camouflage. I'm not really, I mean, like that's my immediate reaction to shit. And the world is getting nicer. I really believe, I think the world is progressing and I just can't keep up and that's my fault, you know? Like sometimes I'm an asshole and I don't even realize I'm being one. Does that mean, like, okay, here's, I assume that all redheaded women know how to shoot a bow and arrow. Is that racist? I choose to believe all Siamese cats know a little bit of karate. I don't want to give that up. I realized this recently, and this is embarrassing to admit, I realized recently that I am too insecure in my masculinity to watch the movie Magic Mike by myself. Like Magic Mike, the sexy dudes dance. We could watch it here, that would be fine. You could say that's my favorite movie, and I wouldn't care. I swear to God, like it's fun. But like if that just came on Netflix while I was home, if that was the next suggestion that started running, I couldn't watch Magic Mike home. I would need a lady there just in case somebody had to kiss the gay off my boner. That's a ridiculous fear. That's a stupid thing to say. I should just be able to admit that Kevin Nash is a beautiful man and I have a type. But I can't, Carl. Hey, you guys are great. Thank you guys for supporting my family. I think that you guys are excellent.
Let's hear it, everybody. Thank you, Dangler. Once again, catch him on the Bob and Tom radio program. This I'm so looking forward to hearing Tom say Dangler over and over and over again. Are y'all having fun? Yeah. We're halfway through the show. I encourage you to keep getting drinks throughout the show. Like I said, we're about halfway through. But are you all ready to see our headliner? Are you ready to do this? He's been waiting. He's been backstage. He's been enjoying what you've been seeing as well. But our headliner is coming to the stage. This is a very funny guy. He's been performing for decades all across this country. And if you're familiar with Dry Bar Comedy, he's got a Dry Bar Comedy special with over 2 million views. So after the show tonight, I want you to go watch that Dry Bar special. But until then, he's right here in that tune. Everyone, please welcome to the stage the very funny BT.
Hey, keep going, everybody. Put your right in the restroom. Really? Now you gotta go back there. Really? Now? Really? Like you don't hear me? I'm the only black guy in the room with a microphone. Really? Just go. Just go to the bathroom now. I don't want you to shit in your pants. Thank you so much. Everybody, keep going, everybody. You saw that, folks. Come on, please. Put your hands together. Come on. Put your 15 hands together for Clay. Come on. He's a vegan in Illinois, folks. That's what they say. Come on, keep it going, folks. Please. I'm a vegan. I'm not vegan. I'm a vegetarian, which is kind of like this. I'm a vegetarian, borderline vegan. It's kind of like being a born-again Christian, but only go to church on Easter Sunday, kind of like that. You know what I mean? What are you saying here? Yeah, it's football season, so I guess I'll see you later. How you guys doing? Everybody good? Everyone?
Yes.
Really? 6 of it. Thanks a lot. The rest of you guys are still in shock? Okay. Is that this Halloween costume? No, it's me. I'm black. Okay, so the show doesn't go well. I guess I gotta play basketball for my chick. We got a basketball goal here. What's going on here? We're gonna break out the game. Break 5. What we're gonna do? 5 on 5? Can you hoop? Baby, can you hoop? Can you hoop, baby? Jesus Christ, how do I scare her? I'm over here. I mean, what's up? She's like, oh God, is he talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. How are you, sweetie? Am I gonna hurt you? How are you? I'm like a pit bull. I'm behind her. the curtain here. How are you? Are you good? Are you scared? Okay, just ask it. Your table told me, he said, don't say anything until we come back from the bathroom, so I'm just waiting. You listen, you don't bring me fun if I come back from the bathroom. So I gotta wait for everybody to take a shit and come back, I guess, huh? I know. They took it down to have a bowel movement. Ain't that fucked up? And they wait till now. Like, we did it before, man, but they chose now. You know, I think that's suspicious, don't you think so, man? Why am I talking to you? They were right in front of me and I'm talking to you. That's weird, isn't it? They're right in front of me and I'm talking to you. Isn't that weird? Does it make you feel weird? Does it? Like, real weird? Like, you want to call the cops? That kind of weird? That kind of weird? Like, police, who's there? You'll know when you get here. That kind of weird? I'm just joking, please. Don't get mad. Please don't call the police. Please don't call the police. I remember I got here, it was so funny, I got here today, and I took the first exit. Wow, that is not a good exit to get off on. You should have chosen the other one. That was like, whoa. I mean, like, no offense, but whoa. That was ugly. I kept driving like, oh God, please, let me get better. And then I passed your Burger King, but not the Burger King. You're a Burger King, but not a Burger King. And I thought that was hilarious. It's the white version of McDonald's. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, that's Burger King. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. They should have said it. They're like, what's he talking about? You know what I'm talking about. But I guess Burger King don't give a shit like, you know what I mean? Let them have it. It's hilarious. You gotta, they didn't even have the decency to change it. They spelled it the same and everything. Like, at least put a C in front of it. No, Burger King, no. You're first, no you weren't. But still, they put it up there. I think that's hilarious. You guys don't give a shit. You got like a town like you got. You don't give a shit. Good for you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a shithole, and then I saw the Starbucks, I go, I'm good. You know what I mean? Anytime the Starbucks, you're alright with me. Starbucks and a BW3, what? You guys are killing it. Next to a Jersey Mike's, you guys are fucking killing it. And a Walmart, come on. You guys are like here, but you're here. You know what I mean? It's great. You know, it's true story. You know Walmart sells sex toys now? I'm true, it's true. You guys know that? They sell, no, well, you know now, man. If you need a butt plug, Walmart or something right now. I'm not even being nasty, man. They sell condoms now. Well, you know they sell condoms. I guess they figure, hey, we are a one-stop shop because they start off with condoms. And then they say, hey, what if, you're not going to love her and she needs to get, so they got the lube, they got Astronaut, and they figure, hey, we got condom and lube, why not complete the set? And now they got, so if you guys want some, I know you guys ladies don't know about that. Walmart, they got it right now. Don't leave the show for now like the people think of shit. Wait after the show and go to Walmart. They got everything ladies want. I know you're going, I like this man already. I know. How great that go get some wings and then go to Walmart and take care. How you doing, everybody? I'll wait on you. I'll wait on you. I hope you wash your hands, you nasty son of a bitch. I hope you wash your hands. Just walk in like, hey, what's going on? You know what you did. You know what you did. By the way, she was all over me. I was trying to do my show. She kept talking. She goes, oh my God, I wanted one for so long. That's what she said. I'm sorry, that's what she said. Anyway, back to this in the vibrator. I'm telling you, Walmart right now. Hey, what's up, sweetie? How was it? Did you wash your hands too? Good, thank you so much. Anyway, back to the vibrators. Yeah, so Walmart has vibrators like that if you want to know.
That's good to know.
I was talking to them, okay? I was talking to them. You take care of what you gotta take care of. I'm talking to these ladies right here, okay? They were very nice to me. The Golden Girls, they were very nice to me. They got some needs they gotta take care of. Anyway, yes. Walmart ladies. Which one of you ladies are single? Let's get down to it. Which one of you ladies are single? She is? Really? Are you trying to pawn her off on me? Well, she liked a black guy back in 1957, but she would be kicked out of town, so now was your shot. What is your, why you guys? No, I think she does. No, she likes you guys. She does. She has a rap album. She likes you. Say, shut up, Mildred. Yeah, I said Mildred. I can hear you, ma'am. I can hear you. I can hear you. Is that your husband, ma'am? Is that your husband right there? That's your husband? It's not? Well, just some creeper that decided to sit next to you and look at it? Man, you want me to take you down to Walmart and something like the old one? Sir, Walmart right now. It's over. You know what to do, sir. It's the Halloween. There you go, sir. Dress up like a ghost. Going to the scary house. I'm just joking. It was so nasty. I'm very sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, very nice city. I like it. I didn't know what to expect. And like I said, you guys should cut that exit off and get this exit, and it'd be a lot better for the city, I think. When you guys go up and act like it's under construction, and just like put like a little, some yellow tape there so people don't get off that exit, because that's a shitty exit. I ain't gotta say it, it's a shitty exit. Wait till they get off on that one. So you want to see the best parts of town, right? Even in Starbucks, it's always a nice part of town. When's the last time you heard, hey, the shooting happened at Starbucks? You never hear that shit, ever. You might hear like, and the lady called the police on the black guy at Starbucks. Right, but it'll never be a shooting. Starbucks, always nice. That exit, the other one, shitty, cut it off. And it says Lake County Community College. Community college, we all know, they're shitty, right? Who wants to see that? That exit with the Starbucks. Lead with Starbucks. By the way, keep going for the band names up there. What are they grade you? I'm not going to buy my mind. Because I'm originally born and raised in Oklahoma, and that song is from Don Williams. You know, the last song that, I believe in love, I believe in miracles, I believe in mom and dad, I believe in you. Who doesn't believe in mom and dad? What kind of shitty house do you have and you don't believe in mom and dad? Isn't that fucked up? What do you believe in, son? Not mom and dad. Are you serious? What kind of shitty upbringing? Even the little rascals believe in mom and dad. Who doesn't believe in mom and dad? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. You must feel better because your stomach is all cleaned up. Like, I feel better now. I can laugh. You were down up before, but now you feel good, correct? And who are the two guys you with? Is this like some kind of Pornhub thing going to happen? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Menage.
It's gonna be threesome.
Oh, a threesome? You know what? That's true. I saw you guys there in the truck. You guys came in the truck, right? I saw you guys. I didn't think I saw. I was being all like, no offense, but I didn't know what the place this was inside, so I waited to the last minute just in case it was a setup. No offense, Rob. Just in case it was a setup. I didn't know what kind of place I was coming to, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait and see what the clientele's like. And I saw you get out. I go, that is a porn waiting to happen. When I saw you guys get out, I've jerked off the big chubby motherfuckers like you. I like weird porn like that. I really do. I know it sounds weird, but I do. What you like is what you like, and I put that shit in the search engine. I really have. Hillbilly to fuck. I didn't want to call it hillbilly, but I still put that shit in. Good shit. I like it. I know it's weird. I don't like the type, but I do. I like weird shit. I do. Women with hair on, I like that shit. Sometimes, not all the time. Really gonna frown? Really gonna frown on my kink? Really? What kind of woman are you? Seriously? But you didn't frown when I said vibrators at Walmart, did you? Look at you. Who can cast a stone, baby? Well, now you know, ma'am. Now you know. Target didn't carry that shit, but Walmart does. This is a weird start to the show, isn't it? Thank you, I appreciate that. No offense, Clay, but see, they don't like vegans. They like people talk about vibrators. You guys are all right, man. You guys ready for Halloween? You guys still celebrate Halloween, by the way? I mean, Halloween is one thing that everybody celebrates. I mean, you really do. You know, and the weird thing about it is, some people that don't celebrate Halloween is Jehovah's Witnesses. But the weird thing is, ironically, we're scared of them more than anybody in Halloween. If you see somebody with a Michael Myers cap on, like stabbing a baby, like, that is a good costume. But if you see two people in church clothes clutching Bibles walking to your door, like, oh shit, they're here. Please, Jesus, please. Don't let them knock on the door. I don't want to hear about you, please. And they're going, please, Jesus, let them open the door so I can talk about you. Isn't that weird? They're both praying to the same God for different things. Isn't that weird? Isn't it? I like my neighborhood. It's a real neighborhood. Like, they celebrate Halloween in my neighborhood. It's a nice little suburban neighborhood. It's kind of a suburban neighborhood where, like, they have just enough black people where the high school football team will win the state championship. But just enough where they don't have to use metal detectors to get to the high school. You know, it's just right on now. And it's great because the neighbor behind us that has this big, like 15-foot inflatable ghost, right? It's like this. Right? And he got just lights like this, and you look up and it's going at all times of like day and night. Those people must have a lot of money. That's why there's a white neighborhood. They have a lot of money because it goes on day and night. I gotta tell you guys that. What's wrong with this, right? And it's really cool how they celebrate. But one night I forgot. I woke up like 5 in the morning to go pee. You know what I'm talking about, older people, right? I woke up one night to go pee, right? And so I forgot about the inflatable. So I'm trying to wake up and I go, oh shit. You just see some big white ghost doing that. And I'm going, either my neighbors are selling used cars, or that is the largest Klan member I've ever seen in my life. Get out of the neighborhood. We don't want minorities. That was for me. I'm sorry, guys. That was for me. It's weird, man. I'm having a tough time in my faith sometimes, you know what I mean? I grew up rich almost, so I had to go to church, you know what I mean? But sometimes I don't really believe, I don't say I don't believe, but I'm a firm believer in religion, like individually. I understand religion individually. I understand religion individually, right? We've all been down, right? Like, oh God, please, don't let that cop make that U-turn, please. I promise I'll get my insurance right, I promise. You know what I mean? But after that, I don't know. Every time I think about there's no God, something happens makes me go, right? One time I was riding a motorcycle, right? It was like about 9 o'clock at night, right? And this deer walked out in front of me, right? And I guess it was a black deer. They took its sweet ass time crossing that highway too. It was on a cell phone, like, yeah, man, fuck these dogs. Oh shit, sorry. So I go, okay, maybe there's something, okay, right? And the last time it happened, I'm gonna preface this by saying, I'm a very vain person, right? I'm a firm believer, I like my body from here down and from here up, but this is just a mess. It looks like old cookie dough, just right? So I take a lot of diuretics, right? I take like colon cleansers, right? So I want a smooth stomach, right? So I got these new colon cleansers. I should have known something was up because it had a pepper on the side of the bottle. I go, okay, right? So it said don't take more than 4 in a 24-hour period, right? Now, I took 2 before I went to bed, about 11:30, right? And so I'm a firm believer, no matter what time you go to bed and wake up, that's 24 hours. I mean, that's just how I think, right? So I took another 3 when I woke up, right? So about noon, my stomach was like, ooh. So I took care of the situation, like twice within an hour. That's good, right? Twice in an hour, right? So I said, I'm good. So I went to celebrate it by having a nice lunch. After lunch, I love a good coffee, right? So I'm having a coffee, and I get in my truck. As soon as I get in my truck, I just start sweating, right? Which is a bad sign. I go, oh shit. And I go, uh-oh. You uh-oh as a grown man, and you're not defusing a bomb or testifying against the mob. That's a bad sign, right? So I just start sweating. I go, uh-oh. So I live about 15 miles from downtown, right? And you're in a drive. And I'm like, I start sweating. And all of a sudden, like, I didn't know this, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the muscle that controls like the gas and the brake pedal also controls your asshole. So I was like, so I was trying to clench up, like, no. I start getting my faith back, like, Jesus, no, please. Please, Jesus, no. So I go, I had that moment where like you realize you're not gonna make it. Like you guys, remember the Titanic, in the movie Titanic, and he got that little piece of board for Rose and they're both gonna get on, and he realized he couldn't fit on it. That's what happened to me. I was like, I'm not gonna make it, right? So I don't know about you guys, but me, I can't go to a bathroom. My ass is it's like a gated community. I can't put it anywhere. You know what I mean? So I always like to go, if I can't do it at my home, I like to put my ass like on a very nice hotel lobby. You know what I mean? The nice hotel is Granville lobby. I've blown up so many Holiday Inns, Hampton Inns. So anyway, so I figured I go to a nice hotel downtown in the town I live in, and I said, okay, it's a nice hotel, but it's about 200 feet to get to the front door, right? And so I can't just run in, I'm black and I got a hoodie. That's so bad. You know what I'll do? I said, hey, I'll play the stereotype. I already got a hoodie on. I was acting like I listen to music, right? So I was like doing this, right? So I was like, it's black guy listen to music. That's normal, right? So I got to the front, and I've never been to this hotel before. So I said, you know what? I think the bathroom is there. So I ran in, and there was an elevator bank. And I went, oh. When I went, oh, again, I didn't know the muscle that controls your jaw also controls your asshole. And I was like, ah. And 2 came out hot, like, they go, ah. But I was like, you know what? I can still salvage this. I can salvage this. I said, ooh. And when I looked over, it said restroom. I said, okay. So So I tried to trick my stomach, like, you know what? And I ran in, and when I went in, I could smell they just cleaned the bathroom. Yeah, I could smell that bleach smell. I said, great. So I walked in, and I don't know about you guys, but when I gotta do a big job, like my mom would say, I have to go to I call it retarded, but it's a handicap bathroom. I love it. It's got the rails, right? And it's got your own sink. Oh, it's the greatest bathroom ever. I love it. You can do like gymnastics if you want to. It's the greatest bathroom. So it's go time. My stomach's like, I'm standing over testing. I'm like, oh no. And I don't know why I picked that day to dress like a rapper because I want to get my fucking hoodie off. By the way, I get butt naked when I use the bathroom. Anybody else? I get butt naked. Anybody else? When I gotta do a big job, I like to be relaxed. So I have to get butt ass naked, right? I don't want any accident. So I'm like, here we go. So I'm like, oh. And I'm getting off, and just then I was like, and I had to back my ass up to the toilet, and I slammed dunked it like 1978, like Darryl Dawkins, like, and just then, man, I was like, and I mean, it was like, you know, Predator 2, when Danny Glover shot the Predator and he had to take those bullets out? That's how I felt. It was actually too damn hot, and I was like, and I looked down, and I just Amber Heard it all in my pants. I was like, oh man. I know, I'm a grown ass man. That was my favorite underwear too. I was like, oh man. So I took them off and I had to throw them away because, you know, like, just in case, they just cleaned the bathroom, so I had to throw them away and put like paper towels over them, just in case somebody knew me when I came out, they go, ah! So I, you know, paper towels over them. So I'm going, I'm really depressed. I'm going home. I'm a grown ass man. And I just, you know, pull my underwear. I feel all depressed. I'm going home with, you know, Commando and Sloppy Joe booty. So I'm like, oh man. So I parked my truck in front of my house. And this is how beautiful life is, right? I checked the mail. You know what came in the mail that day? My bidet. How great is that? Went in and installed my bidet. And I just sat down and it was like, and I felt so much better. And that's what made me start believing in God again. That's the message they don't teach you in Sunday school. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it. That's the best response that joke's ever got. And the only part of that joke that was ever made up was actually my roommate who saw that today. So, you know, my roommate, she's a lesbian woman. She's a real lesbian too, not that bullshit you young hot chicks do in the club in the kitchen. You guys remember those days back in college or high school, like, oh my God, Melissa, look at all those guys, look at this, give me another kiss. Oh my God, that's my booty. We are crazy. I mean, my roommate is a real lesbian, like, oh shit, I got a flat. Well, let's fix that son of a bitch. She's that kind of lesbian, you know what I mean? We've been living together for like 9 years now. Like this one, we're like an old married couple. We argue, she's always right, and we never have sex. We're like an old married couple. And it's great. We met because her ex-girlfriend was my motorcycle mechanic. Isn't that great? That's how alike we are, right? I ride motorcycles. She used to race motorcycles. I got a pickup truck. She has an even better pickup truck. I like pussy. She loves pussy. We are I didn't see you frown on that one. It's great, man. She's good, man. She's good. I live with her and her son. Now you're going, son? What the hell kind of lesbian is that? And the new kind of transformer lesbian? What the hell kind of lesbian is that? That one, she had that in vitro fertilization done, right? But that costs like $15,000. My room, 5 feet away. I could have saved her $14,800. You give me a Red Bull and Walmart gift card, you got yourself a baby. I'm jacking off in the next room anyway. You have no idea how true the last part of that joke really is. You have no idea, people. It's good, but she's going through a custody battle right now. Let me tell you something, man. When it comes to relationship, it doesn't matter what it is. Relationships are just tough. Man, woman. I think the easiest has to be two men together. How easy would that relationship be? Where's the argument going to be? When we say something, we mean what we say, not keep women, they're all, we're right here. Two men together, it's easy. You come home like, how was your day? Shit. How about you? Shit. You hungry? Like a motherfucker. Let's go. Two women together? Let me tell you about my day. No, let me tell you about my day. No, let me tell you about my day. No, let me tell you about my day. This shit could go on for hours. But they're in custody together right now with the kid. Let me tell you something. If you got a kid, you know what? I just saw you guys up there. That is fucking creepy. No one told me that shit. That's some scary shit. I thought, oh shit, they got me. All you guys had to do was put like 3 lasers here on the predator's hair. That's some scary shit. Why didn't anybody tell me there's 2 white guys up there? I'm like grassy only one. Lee Harvey Oswald's up there. That is not fucking funny. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. What better way to make a black man feel uncomfortable? What the fuck?
If you hear the shot, you weren't the target.
Thanks for making me feel good again. I appreciate that. If you hear the shot, you weren't the target. Man, we are killing up here. Get the fuck out of here now. Now. Another Eddie Murphy in 40 hours. Call for help now! Why didn't anybody tell me, hey, BT, they're recording? You didn't think to say that vegan dude? Not you, Rob. I don't trust you anymore. But you. We're both vegetarian things. You think we're gonna BT, I was looking, but I was very weak. I didn't have any protein in them. They made me.
Clay, why? Mi amigo.
Thanks a lot, Rob. What a great way. BT, we love you. Come on in. We got it. He fell forward. Hook, line, and sinker. Right in the middle of one of his jokes. Get it. What are you guys doing up there, by the way?
We're quality control.
What are you gonna come out like Spider-Man when a fight breaks out? You see this crowd? Come on. No offense for the older crowd. I'm not gonna fight. They might shove each other. Hey, you're son of a bitch. Hey, you're son of a bitch. You know. What'd you say, man? What'd you say?
That side might be older, we're not, old.
I said older. I didn't say old. Don't get offended. No, I don't say old. I'm sorry. More mature. How about that?
There you go.
That's the point I look at. More mature. I like how you guys laugh at that. I know you guys are freaks over there. I fucking love that. More mature. I click on that category also. Then it goes milk, then it goes ooh, and then it goes, I can't believe I'm jerking off to this. And that's what I'm talking about. No offense, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thanks. Anyway, yeah. Not older. I mean, we're all here, right? So we're not old. You're old when you're dead. You guys are alive. I'm sure some of you wish you had some cocaine or Red Bull right now to wake up. But still, you're here. And it's all that matters. How old are you guys, by the way?
Too old.
Huh?
40.
Fuck, that's not old. 40's young. How old are you, buddy? How old are you? No, you, right there with your glasses.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
75.
Thank you, 75. You right there. That could be your dad right there. Take your belt off, give him a whooping right now in front of the door. Take a whooping. He took his glasses off. He's gonna give you a whooping. How about that? He was here in this town. I couldn't even come to this town. How about that? Oh, that's bad. The 2 white guys up in the corner. That's okay. Okay. You guys draw the line. Hey, whoa, buddy. Well, this show just took a fucking turn, didn't it? I go, ah! What a great Halloween show. 2 white guys in there. They're gonna Spider-Man me here today. He's running. Where was that, by the way? I have no idea where I did my
Go back to Walmart.
Go back to Walmart. Man, you really want you to have that butt plug. I'm not doing anything, but I really want you to have that goddamn butt plug. He said Walmart. I said a lot of shit up here tonight. Lesbian, everything else. He really wants you to have that goddamn butt plug. And if you do, get your truck started and take these 3 ladies here with you so I can get one of them also. Because they perfect when I said that shit. Come on, folks. We all know what this show is for. We're all more mature and we're a little horny, so let's all go to Walmart and root trip. What is it? We want in big ass buses like, you know, those church groups that go to the football game. We just stop in front of Walmart. All right, bye. outside and thank you. Everybody's like, oh my God, it never ends.
Don't forget your receipt.
Yeah, who's gonna bring back an old butt plug? This doesn't work.
I'm not checking on your way out.
Oh, motherfucker. Oh, if I wasn't so scared shitless to those motherfuckers. I'm expecting a shot anytime. Who you texted? This is the worst comedy show I've ever seen. I want to go home, but I don't want to be rude. P.S. Could you stop at Walmart? Oh my gosh, you guys are fun, man. What? Oh, that's a horrible cough. What is that, man? You a smoker or you got COVID?
It's not COVID.
It's not COVID. Are you sure? That was a. It's not COVID. Tomorrow? Oh my God, she passed away. Did you guys get shut down because of COVID? No offense, this whole kind of time it shuts down because of COVID. Did you guys even take it serious?
Yes, people do.
Did you?
Yeah.
This whole kind of time, no offense, this is not kind of time to take COVID serious.
Nothing.
There's COVID. Who gives a shit? Y'all just kidding. Business as usual. You kept wondering why the crowds kept getting lower and lower and lower. We started off with 100. Now we're down to 60. Everybody's dead. You sure you don't have COVID, man? You sure?
I'm positive.
Just a cough?
Just cough.
Are you a smoker?
Yes.
Oh, there you go, man. Why don't you stop, man? Why don't you be here next time I come? Is it gonna be next time, Rob? You gotta kill me. Gonna be using a roof? She's leaving now. Get your check back, Rob. No, how often do you smoke, man?
How many years?
No, how often? Like 2 or 3 packs a day?
No.
What, 2 or 3 cigarettes a day?
No.
Well, how many? Half a pack? How many years? What, is this Family Feud? I'm asking about that question.
40-some years.
You've been smoking for 40 years. Oh my God, you don't give a shit, do you? You were like, go away, who gives a shit about that? I'll take on COVID. That's true though, man. You're about to do that called COVID, HIV, and monkeypox? You know, this doctor had to be like, I got bad news and I got goddamn. What kind of party did that guy go to a zoo? You gonna wear a condom? Man, what's the worst that could happen? That's terrible, man. It really is. I'm glad you're okay though. 47 years, you don't give a shit anymore, do you?
Well, yes, I do.
No, you don't, but you're still smoking. So obviously you don't. Please stop it now, please. Please, ma'am. Say what?
I'll work on it.
You what?
I'll work on it.
No, you're not. You're just saying for me to shut the fuck up. You're not gonna. Uh-oh.
I think more people.
No, is everything okay? You're bringing more. I'm almost done. What do you mean you're bringing more people? What, white people show up late now? Jesus Christ, you guys are copying everything from us. I'm leaving right now. He's picking on white people because there are only white people here. Where's she going? Talk to people up top? I need $20 to be sniping right now. Oh, shit. Rob like, look here, that's the second one this month. Let's get it. YouTube. Like white flags on stage, though. They moved to our neighborhood. I'm moving out here. That's what I feel like. Neighborhood was good until they moved in. Now he got here. She got on the phone with a fake phone call. I know a fake phone call. I said, I got this fake phone call. Oh my God, I'm bringing more people. No, she's not. They would have been here already. Now I feel like a piece of shit. I'm sorry, I scared your wife away. Maybe she's gonna grub up something from Walmart. Give me the big vibe. Tell you what, man. Honestly, what kept me going during the pandemic was it was weird. It was a strip club that next to my house when I go home. And the owner was mad they were shut down, and he would put funny stuff on the marquee every day, and then we laughed. That's what got me through. Like the first day, he goes, thanks a lot, Mayor. Over 150 jobs lost. I go, hold on. You did bring more people. I'm so sorry. You did. I thought you were lying. I'm so sorry. Hey guys, what's going on? Where Where you been? Having sex. They went to Walmart. Look at it. Man, did you know Walmart sells vibrators? Yes, now you guys know. If you guys are having sex, you should know that. It's a horny little town, isn't it? I was trying to all stereotype. And then the farmer's here. You gotta keep it going. How you doing, buddy? You doing okay, man?
So far, so good. I just got here. The night is young.
The night is young. The hell it is. I know I'm tired. Some of these guys are. Sir, any problem starts? Yeah, 2 guys up in the top.
Okay.
Snipers. Look at them. You're
I believe you.
Why do you believe me? What the fuck is happening in this town? He comes in. No, I believe you. You don't want to know what happened back 2020. We still ain't got over it yet. God, it's the scariest little fucking bunch of people I've met in my life. The smokers here, the swingers here. I'm sure y'all nice space is upside down pineapple. I'm sure it is. That's for swingers. Did you guys know that? They put upside down pineapple on their doors wherever they're in a hotel. Right? That means everybody. So you guys are in a hotel, you see upside down pineapple, you just go, right here. We're the running festivities. Did you guys go to the game? You guys go to the game? You didn't? You guys won today. You beat Nebraska. Yes. Good for you guys. You guys have a good team once every 10, 20 years. And this is the year.
This is the year.
You guys will go to a bowl game. Maybe the Gator Bowl? Alamo Bowl? A winning record? Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It was weird, didn't it? It was weird. We walked in right there, and then old fucking over there. Everybody's coughing. I think everybody's got fucking COVID. How do you know? Do you get tested?
I guess I don't know.
You guys just witnessed history. A man just want to argue with a woman. Did you see that? That was beautiful, wasn't it? How easy was that? I thought you were going to fight back. You got COVID? No. How do you know? I guess I don't know. I don't know who you're going out with, but sir, she's easy, and I like that. You're welcome, sir.
Easy.
Well, oh, you're offended at that? I thought that you take the shit when you walked away to call me easy. Yeah, that's when you draw the line. It's okay, man. It's okay. Are you really guys married?
We're getting married.
When? When you get married? February. Oh, good for you. Where you guys going honeymoon at? Chicago?
We're getting a honeymoon?
Are you on honeymoon?
Well, he doesn't want to fly anywhere, so.
Why? You scared, buddy?
Yeah, he's scared.
Why are you scared?
Can't get a passport.
Why? Are you a felon?
There's some identity issues in the past, yes, sir.
Oh, what'd you do? Drug what?
Can't give you an ID.
So are you half black? What's going on over here? You're a white guy that can't get a fucking passport. What did you do wrong?
You ever heard of Rockville line?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Cheap Trick, Ginger Lynn. That's a porn star. Cheap Trick and Ginger Lynn. And what else? What did you do there? Were you the one on top of it? Was that you? What did you do?
Can't tell you.
Sir, listen. All this crazy shit is going on tonight. You can't tell me? She's been smoking for 47 years. She's happy just to be here. I don't know what these two just got through doing. These women can't wait to get to Walmart. Kurt, tell me what the fuck you did. Did you kill somebody? Maybe?
It was a cop.
It was a cop? Did you shoot a cop?
No, he's the county sheriff. We don't count.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, man. I agree with that. Now the onus is on him. I didn't see it. He said it. I got no problem with the police. I always tell people, before you criticize the police, I tell people, always Go on a ride along with a cop first, right? Trust me when I say that. I've gone on 3 ride alongs. Let me tell you something. The general public are a bunch of assholes. Not you people, the ones out there. They're a bunch of assholes. But at the same time, what makes me so mad is cops like that, they don't do anything wrong. He's a tough and make the job you do. Yeah, but you know what? Nobody told you to sign up for that job, right? You did that shit yourself, right? My mom, right? She's a tough person I know. My mom had a tough job too. She drove a school bus for inner city kids. Right? And she quit. I go, Mama, why did you quit? She said, and I quote, fuck them kids. That's what she said. Quote them kids. Yes. Right? She did. And I said, but why? She goes, you can't discipline these kids. So when it comes to criticizing cops, I got no problem with that. But the thing that made me so mad is there is a problem with police shooting unarmed black men. So much so that the UN said they're going to have a conference to talk about it. You know how bad it's got to be when even Germany goes, hey, to target a specific race of people is wrong. That's the best response that joke has ever got. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. And good luck to Illinois. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You would think though, with all the stuff that goes on, you would think a company would, jump on board with that, you know? Because it always starts off with what, like a traffic infraction, right? Like a busted taillight, if you're black, that's the difference between life and death. Some companies jump around like, hey, black people, don't get murked because your car won't work. Jump in the zone, I won't zone. You know what I mean? And I got no problem with the police. I think sometimes it's a cultural thing. Because one time I know for a fact, I was looking at racial profile. I was in Manhattan Beach, California. Man, I hate those cops. Those cops hate me. Next time, my girlfriend was from Minnesota. She didn't understand. I come on like, man, these cops are fuck with you. Whoa, no, they're not. No, cops don't do that. No, they're just doing the job. No. Well, look here, you far talking bitch. You know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? So one time we were together, man, cop lit us up for no reason. And she got so mad. She got the insurance form out. She threw it in the cop's face. She goes, this bullshit. This bullshit. I go, hey. You gonna get me shot. You know it's bullshit. I go, oh no, we were just doing his job. No. Like I said, I got no problem with the police, man. I hooked up with a cop one time. Female cop, female cop, female cop. And let me tell you something, man. Now I understand why I said women like men in uniform, because she was on duty. She could have gotten fired. She snuck up to the motel on duty. On the bed with her bulletproof vest, the gun, that radio on. She was going up the whole time. That shit was so hot. I literally fucked the police that night.
Back to blue.
Turns out that's the only time you can shoot a cop in the face and they don't care. It was my Thank you. I was not going to do that. I said, why the hell not? Everything else is going crazy tonight. Why the hell not? You guys, this is a fun show. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I didn't know what to expect here. I really didn't. I really didn't. But this is crazy. But it's a good crazy, you know what I mean? Kind of when you with a girl or whatever, she puts her finger in your butt like, whoa. This is crazy. You know that kind of crazy. You guys know what I'm talking about, but this is crazy. Sorry you can't get a passport, buddy, but you can enjoy the United States, though, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, good, there you go. This your first marriage?
Yes, sir.
First one? Are you serious? Your first time? Both of you?
Yeah.
Good for you guys, man. I can never do that. Well, you guys don't give a shit? Let's say up top. How about you? How about you guys? You got to applaud them? Any advice for them? Any advice? Are you not married?
She's bashful.
She's bashful? Yeah. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, sir. Oh, you okay? I have any advice for the newlyweds? Do you know them?
I don't know.
You know, what's a small town? I figured they're white, fuck it, you might know this. See each other at church tomorrow. Oh my God. You are a sinner. Look, you at least my husband can get a passport. How about that? Good for you. I could never do that shit. You know why? It's a cop-out. It was because, true story, my parents used to fight growing up and I saw that. But it's a cop-out because my brother saw the same shit. He's been married twice. First time my brother got married, he got married at 20. He couldn't even buy a beer. Right?
Mistake.
Got a divorce, he had custody of 3 kids in a single bedroom apartment. Oh, that shit was ugly. I'm the oldest, never been married, no wife, no ex-wife, no girlfriend, no kids. I am undefeated. It was the 72 Dolphins, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and then me.
Hey, she makes more money, so I'll be sitting pretty with the divorce.
Man, I see some trouble happening in your future. I see a Dateline NBC coming with you guys. White people, Dateline NBC. Black people, first 48. That's just how it works, folks. Even in murder, we're divided. You always make murder look good, like, everybody loves Tom Walker. Tom Walker was everyone's friend. So it came as a surprise that his wife died on a hiking trip and he inherited $300,000. First 48. You mean to tell me you don't know your baby's daddy's real name? Everybody just call him Big Black. What's the baby's name? Little Black. No, good luck to you guys. I mean that, man. Bottom line, guys. Hope it works out. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
Huh?
What kind of job do you do?
I'm a nurse.
Oh, God, that's why you're not gonna work, buddy. Good for you. She can nurse you back to health. If you piss her off, she can kill you silently and slowly. You start off, I'm good. And then 3 months later, I can't feel it. I can't feel it.
And you know why? I've been watching a lot of First 48.
Really? They don't kill people like that first 48. First 48 is like this. That's first 48. Hey, on NBC, she was a nurse. She ate an arsenic for 16 years. And they finally killed him on a Tuesday night. Inside a Starbucks. That's how they kill on Dateline NBC. Walmart, no sir, no more Walmart references. We're gonna leave the booty alone for now. How about that, sir? How big is this town, by the way, guys? How big is this town? Like 10,000? 18.6? Good for you, man. What do you do, sir? What do you do? You're retired?
I'm retired.
What did you do?
Work craft.
Work?
Craft.
What's craft?
Craft manufacturing.
Mac and cheese.
Bagels.
Bagels.
He was the one?
I all by myself.
Because no wonder you look tired. We got a goddamn macaroni and cheese. Leave me alone. So kids in the same group fucking love you. There he is. Good for you, man. What did you do, man? What did you do? There's a lot of bumps in this town. You and that guy over there is going to get married.
I worked at
You working at work?
an accounting firm.
In the county?
At an accounting firm.
Oh, you're boring. Accounting. Oh. So you juggle the books for somebody. Like, we owe no money in taxes. Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you. You got kids?
I have
How old is the kid?
46.
Jesus Christ, 46. He's older than those kids. Matter of fact, go to bed right now. Go to bed. Dad, there's your kid. Stop and go to bed right now. My roommate's kid, I love him. Right now, I get to see at the new kind of form of parenting. He's 8 years old. Right now, I don't know if you guys know this, but now they don't write notes to the parents. They send emails now. That's the new style, right? You get emails like, your child said, fuck her. At this school, we don't say that. At this school, we say, fuck that person. If your child does not get their pronoun here, they are out of here. That's what they got to deal with now in school now, man. It really is. That's what they got to deal with. It's new stuff now. Now you might have your kid go, hey, I don't feel like being a boy or a girl. I feel like being a they or them. Well, whoever they is better go clean their room or they gonna get their butt whipped. Do they understand that? It's a whole new world out there, man. I kind of like it in a way. In a way, I'm kind of progressive, but I'm still kind of old school. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a firm believer. I don't care. It sounds old school, but I'm a firm believer that no man should ever collect alimony. No offense to you, buddy, but they should never ever collect alimony. If you're a man, if you talk to a woman who make more money than you to marry you, good for you, player. But after that, if y'all break up, just be a man and leave. Don't go, oh, now get my check. Are you serious? Be a man. Empty out her credit card account and her bank account and leave the card she bought you. Be a man.
Why need your ID, though?
Oh, good luck on that shit. How do you get a negative 320 credit score? I like that though, man. I like the new changes in going on in life. You know what I mean? I still firm believer it's not that bad in life how they make it out to be. I just don't believe. You know, I see TV, I'm like, online, I go nuts. But then I go out in life And it's not really that bad. Like I said, I live in a nice neighborhood. Like it's so nice. The first night we moved in, I heard wind chimes.
That's all.
That's white people shit right there.
My cup of shit.
Exactly. The first time I heard moved in, all I heard was. I just died. Did my sweet Jesus just call me home? That's okay, we're good. My roommate came and she goes, how'd you sleep? I go, like an angel. Like a sleep like an angel. And here's something everybody here will understand. Everybody has a dog in the neighborhood, but no one has an outside dog. You guys remember the days of the outside dog? Like, young people, there's no young people here, but remember the days when dogs lived what we call a dog house? You guys remember that? They lived in a dog house, right? That, a bad husband, and a bounty hunter sometimes live what we call a dog house. But now all the dogs, they go in my neighborhood, they all go in at 6:30 on the dot. There's these doberman pinschers that live catty-corner me, right? And they hate me. Every time they see me, they go, and the owner's like, I don't know what that's about. And I go, I know what that's about, but I don't say shit, right? Every time they see me, the dogs go in at 6:30 on the dot. Even dogs are going soft now. Dogs like, excuse me, master, I don't want to sound racist, but there's an African American on the sidewalk outside. And maybe you should know about the local homeowners association. Rough. I give the Iditarod maybe another 5 years that one millennial dog shows up like, this is bullshit, guys, I'm sorry. Taking somebody on the Yukon territory with chains on her back? Fuck that. And the old school dog, who are you, Martin Luther King? Let me tell you something. Master gives us a nice job, he feeds us, he treats us well. Oh, excuse me, Grand 10, Uncle Tom 10, I'm not gonna do it. I might look like a husky, but I identify as a Labrador. Hello. Tired already, buddy? Tired already? Yes.
Oh, I'm doing fine.
No, you're not, sir. No, you're not. I know tired when I see tired. You're like the mac and cheese machine just broke down. God damn it. You worn out? Jesus Christ, you guys. Oh, wore him out. I put that accounting ass on him. He didn't know what to do with it. You started the shit, not me, man. I know you're proud of it. Ladies' pussy game is good here. I didn't realize it. Some horny old women here. Not old, sorry, older. Older. What did you say, ma'am? What did you say?
More mature.
Thank you, more mature. Gotcha. Man, no offense. I think you're kind of horny right now. So what you said? More mature.
I think that Astrid light at Walmart comes in really good right now.
That's the what now?
That Astrid light at Walmart comes in about really good right now.
Sir, you said you took the words right out of my mouth. Damn, this is a good ass show right here, boy. We should go out and get some Halloween costumes and come back in like that movie with Tom Cruise. Shit, you scared the fuck out of me. First this and then this. What the fuck, guys? I'm already scared to be in this town anyway. Got the snipers, fucking crazy ass swingers over here. You want some beer? No, I don't. You're a nerd. I don't know what the fuck you put in there. Kind of roofie me. I wake up in a fucking barn somewhere. You guys Pulp Fiction me? The shit comes out. Fuck that.
You didn't have to go that hard.
Oh, sorry I crossed the line. I'm the one that
Just relax. I just want to take a couple pictures. Just relax.
Of me doing what?
Have you not watched Dahmer?
No, I didn't watch Dahmer. Why would I watch some shit like that?
You mentioned it.
No, I didn't. That was fucking weird, huh? You mentioned it. No, the fuck I did. Did you guys think I mentioned Dahmer?
No.
See, they paid attention. No, they didn't.
It was the white guy.
Thanks. I'm glad you guys mixed up. Was it you or the white guy? Oh my God. Did DJ leave? Did DJ go home? Did DJ, where's he at? He gone? DJ.
DJ's gone
Is he? Like gone? Like,
out of the house.
what do you mean out of the house?
He left.
He doesn't live here. Is that what you guys gonna do to me?
Like Elvis.
He died on the shitter. You were the bathroom DJ. Pants around his knees and shit. Oh my God, he died like the king. All right, let me get out of here.
Thank you very much.
You guys are wonderful. No, I mean from the bottom of my heart. You guys are wonderful. Last night I didn't know what to expect. Then I got down, I go, oh fuck. And then I got down, I was like, oh. Then I got on stage, I go, all right. You should have came here earlier, buddy. That she was wearing your ass out, she told us all. I know, you're putting that Lois Lane on, like, yeah, you let the count. What'd you say? No, say it, please. You must have really wore him out. I thought it was just a joke. You go, I'm so sorry I wore you out. Man, you don't realize it's a different day and age. He's got a blue pill he can take, wait for another hour, bam, he's back in there. You don't think so? Anybody got any Viagra for him? I'm sorry. You guys got any Viagra for him?
You get him off the internet.
Wow, off the internet? Even she was like, really? Really? Is that where we're going with this? Doesn't matter. Yeah, I like to come in and fuck up this whole white community and leave. It's great. I'm like the man who came to dinner but didn't stay. That's what it's like. I'm like the Sidney Poitier of Mattoon. I'm like this. Thanks, man. I thought that was funny myself. I just thought that, I can only use it here, but I thought that was hilarious. Thanks, man, for getting that. You've traveled before. Thanks, man. You probably got a passport that works. Anyway, thanks. All right, let me get out of here. You guys are doing good. I'd like to finish on something positive. And this is a true story, man. Like, I always say in life, and like I said at the beginning, you know, I stereotype this place a little bit, and it's been great. And it goes back to my roommate's son. Now, my roommate, and I want to say it because it's true, my roommate's white, and her son is white, right? This is just, I mean, I say it for the purpose of this joke, but it's true, right? So, like during the pandemic, right, he goes and he picks up the neighbor's garden, and he steals an onion. I go, buddy, you can't steal it. He goes, right? And he beats it, and I go, buddy, he goes, BT, cook it. I'm not gonna cook it. He goes, just try. I know it sounds like nothing, but in the world, like you're not gonna cure racism, sexism, whatever it isn't out there. You're not gonna cure it, but if you make yourself better, I'm a firm believer, it makes the world better, right? I mean, I'm talking about just little stuff like opening a door for somebody and saying thank you. Just little shit right there that sends off positive vibrations in the world. That's just how I am, right? So I cooked it and it was delicious, right? But like I said, like, you know, it's like we go through different things because like I said, he's white, like he's shockingly white. You know, like, you know some kids you see like, you know, like, man, his mom with the junior college, but like you can tell he's like white, right? So like, he likes to do stuff, like one time he goes, BT, let's go hiking, right? Now, I don't want to say, hey, I'm black, we don't go hiking. You know what I mean? You see a black man in wood, but somebody chases you, right? I don't want to say that. At the time, he's 6, right? So he goes, come on, BT, just try. And we did, and it was great. But I'm not gonna lie, the optics did not look good. Like I said, he's white, and me, I look like this, right? So we're walking, it's a busy highway here, and it's a woods here. So if you're passing by in a car, you see this big black man walking a little white kid into the woods. And literally people are going, oh my God. That white kid is gonna kill that black guy. Folks, I'm going to you guys been great. Thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. Thank you guys. God bless you guys. Thank you. Everyone, give a go for BT.
Again, check out his Dry Bar special, Dry Bar the Clean Comedy app. Something tells me that special is going to have no mention of Walmart, vibrators, butt plugs, shit in your pants, so it's going to be all new material too. So check that out, be one of the 2 million people who've seen that special. Y'all have a good time tonight? Yeah. Did you? I want you to follow the Planet on Facebook. because I was talking to Rob earlier, and he's mentioned some of the comics who have been here, and some of the comics that he has coming up in the future. And one way to keep abreast of all the comics that are going to be coming here to perform at the Planet is to follow the Planet's Facebook page. So follow that. He's bringing some really quality stand-up comedy to the Mattoon area. This is really a terrific place to perform. So one last time, let's have a big round of applause for everyone here at the Planet. Rob and Dustin, everybody.